All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Justin Clark here. Going to take a look at the crypto markets this morning, in particular, Bitcoin itself. As you come on the live stream, just let me know who you are, what part of the world you're tuning in from. Let me know if you're seeing this live or on replay. And of course, drop a like, drop a heart, drop whatever reaction you want to drop on the video to let me know you're here. Also, for those who are new to the stream, if you are interested in getting this type of market analysis in your inbox or pushed to your smartphone, you can follow me on Facebook or on x.com or subscribe to our YouTube channel. So, all right, we're going to take a look at Bitcoin because for those who are new-ish to these crypto markets, Bitcoin's a big bully. So what that means is that whatever happens with Bitcoin happens in spades with the other coins in an exaggerated fashion, right? So if Bitcoin drops, let's say 3%, these altcoins might implode, 10, 15%. So it's the reason why we keep such a close eye on Bitcoin, because of the fact that these things can, happen. And if Bitcoin's not doing well, the whole cryptocurrency market suffers. There can be shooting stars, there can be coins that go crazy on their own. But for the most part, everything follows Bitcoin. The whole cryptocurrency market lives and dies based on what's happening with Bitcoin or what Bitcoin is doing. I'm just going to send a quick email out here about our market analysis and making sure all of our users have the link for this. Let me go ahead and send that. All right, awesome. So we're going to be using a chart setup. It's called the MA Momentum. It stands for Moving Average Momentum chart setup. And this chart setup actually is useful for looking at kind of the overall position of an asset, whether it's Bitcoin or anything else. And in particular, when we look at the cryptocurrency markets and look at Bitcoin, it's almost like we can tell where the whole market is and where things are potentially going to go. Hey, Doak, welcome. Good morning. And the kind of cheat code for crypto is you really just have to watch Bitcoin because it really, again, it determines the entire market and what's going to happen. It's not like that in traditional markets. Like there's not like, you can't just watch Apple stock, you know what I'm saying, and know what's going to happen with all the stocks. Totally different. But Bitcoin and crypto, it's like everything's like lemmings and it all pretty much follows Bitcoin. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. We're going to pull up this chart setup and we're going to take a look at it, do a little education in the process too for anybody who's new. For those who are members of iCoinPro, if you want to learn how to use the MA moving average is what that stands for, momentum chart setup, you click on my iCoinPro training and you go down to Micro Profit System Part 3, and you'll see it right there. It's number 5, MA Momentum. It's about a 40-minute training. You can do it really at any point in the 1-week course. So yeah, you can do that really at any point. All right, so let me jump back here. We have this chart set up right here. We just have to load it up, and you can do that if you have the iCoinPro trading portal by clicking on Load Chart Layout, and then you click on MA Momentum, all right? And that's going to show you the chart setup. And the way that this works, all of these colored lines are moving averages, all right? So they're going to give you an idea of where, your different resistance areas are. And a lot of traders use these to kind of try to gauge what's going to happen next. So this purple, maroon, yellow, etc. These lines are the moving averages. Now, in general, if the whole market is trading above all of these moving averages, that's positive, right? That means we're potentially in a bullish market and almost definitely not in a bear market. Right now, we're potentially in a bull market, although this could be the top and we could be starting that downtrend. And we can talk about that. On the flip side, if we're trading below all of these moving averages, then we're potentially in a bearish cycle and almost definitely not in a bull market. In particular, if we get stuck below this light purple moving average, that's kind of like the bull or bear maker. If we're stuck below it, that means we're potentially building up negative bearish momentum. And you can see these lines here. They indicate that when these pull further away from the price action, which is shown by these green and yellow candles, green and red candles, excuse me, that means that we're building up momentum, negative momentum. And we have to reconquer all of these moving averages to get the bullish cycle rolling again. Right now, we've got a couple things going on. We broke through 100,000, then we lost it, and we lost this light purple moving average. We actually started to trade below it, and we can see it's acting as a resistance now. We're trying to use these two moving averages as support, but if we lose this one here, this light blue one, we've got probably problems. And the other challenge is we had what's called hidden bearish divergence going on. What that means is the price of Bitcoin, as represented by these candles, they're called candles, was going up. But this MACD, which is another indicator, was going down. And when that happens, it means that even though the price is slightly rising, we're building up negative momentum. And now it's actually broken free and we're building up further momentum. And when you see these two lines open with the blue line on the bottom, heading down towards this is called the histogram. That means that we are potentially building up momentum. And we desperately need this blue line to start to curve back up and cross over this orange line. But that hasn't happened yet. So we're just going to have to watch this very, very closely. Again, if we lose this with this setup, we could see a more dramatic drop happening. And the alts obviously would really implode if that occurred, potentially. So the other thing I want to take a look at here is the longs and shorts. So what's also occurring is, all right, we've got on Binance, we have longs. It's all the people that are betting that Bitcoin's going up, usually with leverage. When you introduce leverage, it means you're borrowing money. And that means that it's super risky. You can blow out your account. Shorts are people betting Bitcoin's going down, usually with leverage. And same thing there, can be super risky. Right now, we have a situation where the market's starting to get more and more confident that we're bouncing here. And now, if this, I don't get super concerned about these until we go over 70% on these. But right now, we're sitting at almost 64% long. So that shows that most of the market thinks we're going to bounce here, and they're putting their money where their mouth is, and using a risky financial instrument, leveraging their account. And here's what happens: if this price just keeps slipping lower and lower and lower, okay, and these longs keep climbing higher and higher and higher, over 70%, at some point it can become too much for the market to bear. And all of a sudden, these people who are betting Bitcoin's going up start to get liquidated. They start blowing out their accounts because of the leverage. And then you can get a more dramatic price drop that occurs, all right, in the assets. So that's where we are currently. Will that happen? I don't know, right? We just take this one day at a time. But right now, we know if we don't hold on to like 90, 93K, somewhere in that region, this 90K resistance area, and we lose particularly 93K, I think if we got to 93, 92, 93, we're going to see the market possibly, get a bit worried, all right? And at that point, the sellers, the buyers can turn into sellers. Morning, Clive. So we'll just have to see what happens here with that, but definitely 90 to 92,000 is a key resistance area right in here. If we lose that right now with this setup, we could see, more sellers show up, and then the price is going to have to explore lower, and it's going to create a lot of confusion because I think the market's a little overconfident even at 64% long, they're a bit overconfident, okay, that we're going up. And usually good trading is doing the opposite of what the market is doing. So if everybody knows we're going up from here, even though we might, and here's the aggravating thing about trading markets, we might be going way over 108. We might be going to 200,000, right? But we might not be doing that right now. And that's the challenge of trying to time markets, predict them, stuff like that. With the way that we trade, we're 100% reactionary. So we just react to what happens in the market. Hey, good morning, Mike. Welcome live from the UK. Yep, not having the weekend off. Awesome, Dean. That's cool. Good morning from Hilton Head. Welcome, Christopher. All right, so again, we're just going to have to see what happens. But again, this is pretty key here, I think, to hold on to this. And again, this is starting to move more dramatically down. So, I mean, if we do lose another moving average, these things build momentum, right? And so we'll just have to see what happens there. But this has got me worried, the MACD going that way. It's still not even looking like it's trying to cross over or curl back up. But we'll see. Maybe we'll bounce here, but maybe we won't. We'll just have to see. On the upside, if we reclaim, first we got to conquer probably 95K, get above that, start trading above that. And then we got to get back over 100K ultimately to really make the buyers feel okay and start consolidating and trading above that. But right now it's sketching people out. I can guarantee this is not, some people are starting to get a little worried, and particularly these guys who bought up here, at 108, buying the top. They're probably professionals at it. They've probably done it many times. Right? Buy the top, sell the bottom. That's your strategy. God help you. They are already down, almost 15%, 13, 14, 15%. So they're starting to get a little worried about it. So we will see, but another ratchet down and losing this moving average would not be good. So key areas are, we got to reclaim 95, start trading above that to possibly try to go for 100K again. If we go for 100K and get rejected again, oof, guys, this could get ugly. And then 90 to 92K are pretty important to hold on to here. So we'll just have to see what happens. And let's keep a close eye on these longs. And these get over 70%, the price keeps slipping, we could be in for a doozy of a potential move down. All right, let's look at what's good to trade right now. So we got a couple little alts moving along here. I'm going to say PRQ is probably okay. Let's take a look at its movement here. Little thin on the order books, but that was a nice 9% move back up. Yeah, I mean, this thing is definitely getting some good movement back up on its dips. Definitely one to trade on good dip sequences, good dumps, and stuff like that, but with smaller position sizes for PRQ. Move is definitely one that's holding volume, that's, good recoveries, 2% recovery. What's the spread on this? So on some good moves on Move, this could be kind of fun to trade. We're already off of the high. It looks like we might be getting into an area where the market might start, dipping and then buying and then dip lower and then buy and dip lower and buy, which are always really fun, okay, when we get that good up and down roller coastering. And I can't stress right now, hey, Candace, welcome, how important the roller coastering effect is on these dip trades. Like, we want to see a good dump followed by, a couple candles of buying and then a dump and a couple candles of buying and then a dump. That's just what we want to see right now with where this market is at. We want to be safe in case, if we do lose, and we got to watch Bitcoin like a hawk. If we do lose this moving average, we could see, some craziness start to happen in the markets and the alts really respond. All right, so I'm going to say Move looks like it's one to watch, and PRQ, Pond. I don't know. Some of these are silly. I haven't looked at the order book on this. this is getting a nice little recovery here. Yeah, well, nice 30% move. Pond could be fun. It's starting to get noisy. So again, we just need to ensure that we're doing smaller position sizes on these because they're just little coins, you know, moving a lot of volume for their market cap. I mean, this is moving 16 million and $100 million market cap. Okay, that's a lot of coin trading. So small positions, really good trades. So look for those. So let's say definitely, I think move and then PRQ and then Pond are probably going to be my buddy coins for the day. All right. That is everything that I've got. Again, if you want to learn how to trade these crazy crypto markets, we do have a free boot camp. It takes you about 40 minutes. You can do it literally right after this live here that I'm doing. And you can get back with the person who introduced you to iCoinPro or shared this video with you, or just shoot an email to support@icoinpro.com. They'll be more than happy to get you that free boot camp. And it's fast and it's fun, and you'll be amazed the way you can learn in just 40 minutes. That's it. You can literally bang it out here. It's Saturday, get it done. And then if you like that, we have a 1-week course. You can learn how to trade with this system and read these charts like a pro. You can be your own guru in 1 week. Again, if you want market analysis like this to your inbox or to your push to your smartphone, just follow me on Facebook or on x.com or subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right, everybody, I'm going to throw up a quick little disclaimer here to keep everything kosher. There it is. That's all I've got for today. Let's see what happens in these crazy crypto markets today. Bye-bye, everybody.